Welcome, fight fans,
to the Fighters Boys KickA Podcast.
Your Fight Talk Authority.
Not to mention the most entertaining and talked about podcast with your kick-ass host, Richard Ortiz.
You mad? Come at me, bro.
And his loyal kick-ass co-host, Senor Cole Escovedo.
Streaming live and worldwide.
Coming to you all the way live from a little place somewhere in Cali. The Fighters Boys
KickA Podcast.
And here you have it, the Fighters Voice KickA Podcast. The Fighters Voice, the only voice that matters, period. We have a great show for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This Wednesday, we're coming your way. I appreciate you opening up your hearts, your eyes, and your viewership and your subscribership. Is that even the right word? Is it, Cole Escovedo?
Subscribership?
Yeah. It is now.
I guess.
It is now. It is now.
It's a fancy word for giving that coin. I don't know.
Well, speaking of coin, okay, we're gonna jump right into that, man. We got to give out some coin, and we appreciate the ones who are giving out our coin, and that's our sponsorship. And now it's time for the Apache Kid, the kick-ass man himself, Mr. Cole Escovedo. Kick-ass man.
Knocking out them advertisers and the sponsors. As always, we've got Dying Breed Apparel. Always keep it. I told you, I got the hat, man. We got to get you one. Red Wave Tattoo. I like that.
Red Wave.
Red
Wave. In the hat, yes, and listen to the camouflage, man.
They got all kinds of nice stuff.
They do, but you know what? Let's not forget to mention, if you want some artwork, some tattoos or anything done, you go down there and say the Fighters Voice KickA Podcast sent you, 10% off, right off the get-go, boom. And 10% is a lot when you get some artwork, and you know what it costs.
Yeah.
Quality
Speaking of artwork, they've got an art gallery too, don't they?
Absolutely. Yes,
so they've got skin art and they've got wall art.
Yes,
so
they do.
They've got both, and it's in the hot dog parking lot.
Hot dog parking lot. Ask for Rico. Tell them the Fighters Voice sent you.
Right. As always, as you can see by the background in the studio, Mad Production Studios. That's where we're shooting from.
And entertainment.
And entertainment, dude.
Who is the official home?
Commercials, TV spots. They're shooting all fight choreography. Is that what you mean, KP?
What did you say last time that they also shoot?
What did I say that you shall
You said adult films.
Yes,
you did.
We clean the couch every day.
What the fuck?
Something's getting shot.
Is that what's in that back door? Is that what that back door says? Authorized employees only?
Yes.
Is that the skin room?
That's the back room. That's that back green
That's
room.
the back door room.
Quiet on the set, shooting in progress.
Black light room.
But also, don't
Something's
forget,
going.
we got other sponsors now. We've got Batcave Boxing. We got Coach B. He's got an Instagram at Coach B 1971. You got to hit him up there, make an appointment. It's not for the faint, dude. If you're not looking to get in real shape or better shape, don't waste your time.
Coach B takes it serious, man.
He does, and it's not that it's
Passionate too.
save your time, save your money thing. It's just to save your time because he won't take your money. He'll evaluate you once and be like, "I'm not for you. I don't think I can help you."
Yeah.
And then he'll send you on your way. He's not. It's not for the money with him.
No.
He'd rather help you better yourself. And if you're really not into it, save your money. Thumbs up for Richie Productions, doing the dream here.
Yes,
and then for you fighters, we got Dr. Batista and Dr. Guzman over at North Fresno Primary Care. You're going to see them today. Get themselves. You always need reliable medical stuff. You don't know how much of a pain in the ass it is to have an appointment and they get to you that day. And it's like,
all
oh,
the
come on,
time,
man, I need this
all
medical
the
stuff.
all the time. And don't forget to go to the website, thefightersvoice.com. Follow us on Instagram at The Fighters Voice. Subscribe to the channel, the YouTube channel, The Fighters Voice. And we're engineered by Mr. KP in the Invisible Man. We got Yolanda in the back making money. She's on her cell phone, but she's making money. We're talking about the first female in the Valley, matchmaking, managing. What else is she doing, man? Besides making tortillas, matchmaking, advising,
Venue booking,
exactly,
venue planning,
promoting.
the event,
Yes, we
booking
got
the fighters.
Yes. We got a big announcement we're going to be making pretty soon. Don't worry, Rick Meridian, your job is safe. But the Fighter's Voice, we do a lot of things, my man.
You know, man, I don't know if you can challenge her.
Oh, I wouldn't want to challenge Rick. I'd like to sit him down and say, strategize together. Let me sit you down. I'll buy you a steak and help us help you. Yeah, buy him a steak.
Chris Roos?
Buy him a steak, man.
Tacos. Taco steak.
A taco steak? A tortilla?
No, let's break this down.
No, hey, man. I mean, hey, the blueprint's there. But if you can catch his hustle, good try, because that man never stops.
Yeah, it's not the blueprint that you got to worry about. It's the implementation of the blueprint that
It's his deliverance. He enters a meeting with the answer in his head. Everybody's going to say yes, and it's my job to convince you to say yes. And you're going to love to say yes. And
you already want to say yes. I just got to get you there.
Exactly. Speaking of getting us there, meet with us and have with us here in studio the young amateur, because I can call him amateur, but he's about to go pro November 9th. Get your tickets at Tachi Palace. He was in a great classic fight. I was there to witness it. We're talking about Anthony Aguilar. He took on Anthony, what does he call himself? The Assassin? Howard. I'm talking about two amateurs, right? But the skill set was set, Cole. It was like looking at a professional MMA fight. By watching both, I was entertained. I was at awe because of the skill set both these young men had. And you know what? It was a classic, and we're going to talk about that classic fight as soon as we introduce our guest, and that's Mr. Anthony Aguilar. Welcome to the Fighters Voice KickA Podcast, my man.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Finally, man.
Right?
Finally.
It's the most non-sports related T-shirt I think I've seen one of our guys wear.
He's
Yeah,
rocking
no,
that
sorry,
polo
guys.
too.
Yeah, it's casual wear.
No, that polo too, man. No, you know what?
Sorry, guys. Came straight from work.
No, I have
No,
not.
that's
all
great.
good.
What do you
It's
do
all
when you're not punching pads, man?
Gotta work.
What do you
guys.
What do you do?
So in the morning, so like around 4 or 5 in the morning, wake up, work at Starbucks, get off, go train. Then I have another job as an ASP teacher, and then I'm off at 6, and then go train again.
Man. I can go on and on that one about gold. I mean, yesterday we had on the Avalos brothers, and I stopped them because they talked about their regimen, and the show's about you, but they share the same work ethic. Like, we're not out here with our hand out. Of course, we'll take sponsorship. Those are always nice. That's the big picture. Who's not going to take them? We'll take them. But you're not sitting there waiting around. You're making your life easier by applying yourself and bringing that income for yourself so you can concentrate with your career in the cage.
Yep, you gotta make moves, man.
Well, where do you get that? Where do you get that work ethic from? Pops or mom or the family or what's going on?
I gotta say my dad. My dad, he wakes up at the same time, gets off at 6,
Yeah.
5, 6,
Yeah.
and then he's still working in the house. Bro, I get home, this guy does not stop. He'll get there and he'll go outside, go to the back, turn on the lawnmower. If it's a Thursday, he'll turn on the lawnmower and go mow the whole yard, and it's an acre, so it's pretty big. And he'll be out there till like
Until
nighttime.
it's done.
Yeah, till nighttime, just doing yard work, or he'll be inside doing tile work, doing working on the covers, doing something. Always doing something. Like the only time he lays back is at night, maybe for an hour, and then he'll crash out. Same thing, and that's it.
I mean, you're our only sibling or
No, I have one brother and one sister.
younger or
Younger. Yeah,
how
I'm
much
the
older?
oldest. My brother's 19,
Okay,
and then
so-
my sister's 17.
Yeah, so then the days of dad having to like come home and like hang out with the kids and like do dad stuff, it's not that it's over, but it's become smaller. The dad time is on a different scale now. So now he can come home and just continue to work, man. Get stuff done, make the house better.
I saw Dad at Tachi. Your dad got some swag to him, huh?
Oh yeah.
I mean, hey, serious. And he had, he had the cologne popping. You know, the
He
pants
ain't
were.
gonna show up- he ain't gonna show up at some
no,
spot
no,
looking like he just
no,
walks
no.
in for work.
The pants were pressed, had a little swag to him, a little hip to him. You know, knew his son was gonna do well. Had a little bit of concern, but he would never know. Saying, "Oh, that's my son. We got this." Actually, he was mad at him, saying, "Dude, you got dropped. Get up." And no, and we're gonna talk about that because that was a great fight.
Yeah.
I don't even think your body knew you hit the canvas because I played that video over and over again because I tried to get that segment just right when I put the picture of you and Anthony Howard in there.
Yeah.
Of you, but I had to get the camera to stand still when you hit the canvas because you popped right back up. Even Anthony was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
And I'll let you coach me through it. I believe his mistake was, and it's okay to say it, Anthony's still learning, a great fighter, was attacking you on the ground. And then he was like, okay, now we're in my play field.
Yeah.
And I remember you immediately took him down. Talk to us about that fight.
Yeah. I mean, it was all crazy from the jump. You know what I mean? We didn't.
Yes, let's talk about that whole fight.
Bro, check this out. We didn't even know we were gonna fight each other. True
story.
Right before weigh-ins, we were talking. I was like, "Hey, bro, like, how do you feel?" And he's like, "I'm ready. I'm ready." He's like, "I'm ready to knock this fool out." I was like, "Yeah, for sure, bro." I was like, and then he's like, "How do you feel?" I was like, "Bro, I'm ready too. Like, I'm ready to just throw him." And then.
And you guys were talking about each other because you guys were matched up with different opponents.
Yeah, exactly. And then the guy's not showing up. My guy's not showing up. And then Richard's over here telling me, hey, still not here, still not here. If you don't show up in the next hour, next 30 minutes, he's done. We're going to scratch a fighter off and you're going to fight one of the other 25ers. And I was like, all right, for sure. Yep, sure enough, the guy just didn't show up. And then they end up telling me, hey, you're going to fight Anthony. And I was like, oh shit, we're just talking right now, bro.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then me and Anthony we're literally like sitting next to each other, talking to each other, and he's just like, let's just put on a show, bro. Let's do it. I was like, yeah, we got to.
That respect.
Yeah. And then
hey, you guys did put on the show.
Yeah, but no, that's the homie right there. Big ups to him, for real.
And I'll add on my 2 cents to that story. Richard actually called me that morning, and I teased him. I said, because he never calls me. And he said, hey, do you know where so-and-so lives? You happen to have his number. So I sent him the information that I knew, you know. And I was already thinking, oh my gosh.
Somebody didn't show up.
Yeah, and yeah, me and Cole had a conversation leading up to that, because I was saying, hey man, there's a fight going on. Anything to add to this guy? And he goes, what's going on? Give him the facts. And then Cole had just said, I'm good on this one.
Some people do. They're like drug addicts, man. You can't help them if they don't want to be helped. If they don't think there's a problem, do drug rehab. If they don't want help, you're not going to get it. If they don't see a problem, they're not going to fix it. Same thing with fighters, man. If they don't think or see there's a problem with their training regimen or their methods, they're not going to fuck with it. They're going to go, yeah, thanks, I got you. They're going to go,
well, and not saying this is the guy, but a lot of fighters are content with their face on the poster. Content with, I got some walkout shirts. Content with, hey, I'm going to fight on the lights. And I'm not knocking them, I'm not a fighter, but it's a whole different makeup from transitioning from the locker room or when they're at home thinking, oh, damn, I really got to get out there. I'm looking for a way out before I get in to look for a way out. So
it's just attention getters. That's all.
It's a matter of respect too. You know what I just want to do.
Like your face on the poster, that's cool and all. Like your goal shouldn't be that. It should be like
I've interviewed a lot of fighters. They're content with that, bro, and that's sad because I can't really help them. And they actually want help. They want sponsorship, but I can not prejudge it, but I can see it. You just don't know.
You should be looking for sponsorships like early in your career when you're first starting out. After that, you either get them or you don't. You just need to let your fights do it.
You don't talk about sponsorships. How do you pretty well taken care of? You look for sponsorships. You want to give a shout out to your sponsor?
Yeah,
I will later on in the show. Or you can do it now. Do it now. Knock it out.
Let's do it. Let's give a huge sponsor out to a couple. No, not a couple, but 10.
And I'm hearing the number 10. I'm hearing a quote that I heard earlier that me and my son make, and then you're rocking the polo shirt. My son's favorite.
When I hear 10, all I hear is boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a NASCAR, dude.
Exactly.
It's NASCAR. The other thing is, dude, you gotta do that. Like, you
Absolutely.
gotta have those. And the UFC saw that, and then Reebok came along and said, dude, look, we'll just
Let me be that
annual
10.
Yeah, we'll be that annual budget. Let us. And then they said, that's the annual.
Well, if you have 10, then you're very marketable. You're doing something right. You're closing the deal.
True. You should really, I mean, the Reebok deal aside.
So if you have 9, you're going to say no to the 10th?
No, but as a fighter, the money needs to be negotiated to the point where you should really only have 2 or 3.
Yeah.
That should be it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have 10 or 12. If you got 10 or 12 and you're still in the UFC and you've got like 10 or 12.
Well, that's why we only have one home here, and it's at Madtown Studios and Productions and Entertainment, because we already know it's growing, you're growing, and everybody's growing.
And I know I'm going to get people telling me, well, you need a bunch. I get that. I know that. I've been there. But with the higher up you get, you should really only have like 1 or 2. And at that point, you almost aren't even on a discussion basis with them. Like, it should be your managers. Like, your manager just gives you the stuff, says, here's your walkout.
This is what you're wearing.
This is your walkout. It gives everybody in your corner a bag with shit in it. It says, here's your walkout pack. Like, that's what you're wearing when you walk out. You give a fuck what's on it.
Yeah.
Manager handed it to you. You should trust that your manager has a paycheck waiting for you after the fight as well.
Exactly. He's taking care of you, man. So take care of the responsible on that. Knock him out.
All right.
Yeah.
I got Official Designer Genetics, the Stimulator Express, Primo's Mobile Detailing, Aragoin Farms,
Who like that second one?
Ralph's House MMA, Aguilar Bravo Farms, Danuba Tires, Roadhouse, and Mooney Smoke Shop.
Wow.
I got 2 questions.
Yeah.
One, what was the one before the smoke shop?
Danuba?
Mooney Smoke Shop?
Okay, it's Mooney Smoke Shop. I think you said Rodney's and then such and such smoke shop. I was gonna ask you what that was about.
Oh, okay.
What's the stimulator? The what?
Stimulator Express or Designer Genetics?
The Of those two, which one do you think I want to ask you about?
Stimulator.
I
that an
gotta say
adult store
Stimulator
or-
Express. Yeah, they actually run what you guys were talking about right here in the front.
Oh! That's what I'm talking about!
Damn.
Dude, yes!
Damn.
It's a rubbing
So
time.
it's okay to speak freely. So it's safe to say that you've seen this man before behind here, the engineer.
No!
At work.
No!
So you've seen him in front of the camera, and behind the camera, and behind a few other things. That's my man KP getting it done. The Madtown Studios and Entertainment. Man. Wow.
I just heard it, so it stuck out. It's
No,
that
something stuck
That
out.
whole list of sponsors, I was like,
Wow.
I thought it was gonna be like a back massager or a product
Oh,
or something,
gosh.
or we're supposed to like be. It was gonna be like a drink or something.
Yeah,
like
it
a
is.
stimulator.
It is a back massager, bro. Come on, man. Only on the Fighters Voice KickA Podcast.
Dude, I give the reality too much credit. I heard stimulator, I thought there's gotta be a legit fucking idea, like this is gonna be like an energy drink or something. Nope, it's a rub and tug.
Yeah, you rub it.
You were thinking right.
No, it's a delivery service, but
Damn, they deliver too?
yeah, they give you extra on the side. You just pay them extra. Hey,
So it's a delivery
There you go.
service. It's a delivery service.
yeah, it's a delivery
Okay,
service.
cool. We gotta work on that. We gotta work on that name.
There you go. We'll help them work on that name. They can come here, sponsor. We'll say it correctly. We'll talk to them.
Now that's a long list of sponsors. Now
It is.
all sponsors don't necessarily give money. Like some of them, I heard a couple of nutritionalist ones. So I imagine you got your nutritionalist sponsor, gear sponsor, clothing sponsor. What other specifics are you getting from your sponsors? Like besides gear and stuff, are you getting like discounts at certain stores, things that your fans can go and shop at, things like that? These are things we should be working. Like this,
Yeah.
same venue, like same.
Talk about that. Talk about that real quick. Quick plug.
So real quick, we just had the Avalos brothers on. It was Jose, right?
Jose
Yeah.
and Chris.
Jose and Chris Avalos, Avalos brothers are fighting on the TPF system. This is a shirt that he has. This is just a regular shirt. It's his just logo, name, that's it. But he's got like his name, he's got his packing, he's got his goals, address, emails, all that
Cards,
stuff.
yeah.
Cards, stickers, everything to promote his brand is in there. Fucking genius.
Yes.
And like I was telling him, the only other thing I would see outside of that would be like your special package deals, like when it comes fight time. It's same thing, but you've got your walkout shirt, you've got tickets to the fight. So it's like you can buy a whole, you call it like the support package.
Yeah.
You call it the Jose support package. Well, in that package, it costs X amount of dollars, but you get the official walkout shirt. You get blah, blah, blah. You can't buy the walkout shirt and he's not
Before the
giving you
show's over, Rick Milligan's already going to have some out there to be pushing him, and he's going to be on Instagram and do it.
I'm sure, so I haven't seen something like this since Tapa. Like back in the day, they used to have this, they'd have a sticker in it with like some half-naked chick in it and like a keychain or something.
I'd buy it. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
a young kid and you want to see that.
But this is what you see on like a gym shelf, a
Yeah.
store shelf, a Big Five, a
Yeah.
Dick's. Like this is what the fuck I'm talking about right here. As far as like self-branding yourself, guys, take note. This is what I'm talking about. Like that, you should have that.
Oh, the store.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has
Oh, I
like-
think okay. I think it said on someone's. No, it's
No, no, no,
I
no.
was like, what?
But like in store,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
you would see it packaged like this.
Absolutely,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? Like have a business card with his picture on it, fight stats and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that, but that's what comes in the sponsor package. The support package. That's what you call it. It gets a fight shirt, tickets, all
So-
that stuff.
We need to put these in packages then.
Yeah.
Definitely do.
Can
And,
I?
you know, we'll put a beanie cap in there. Boom.
Yes.
Boom.
Winter's coming.
baby.
Long
Winter's
sleeves
coming.
and beanie cap.
Diane Bree, we need a beanie cap in there. We're going to turn these into long sleeve shirts.
And then we can even send it around upcoming events that we're working with and stuff. Like with this week's special, it's 2 tickets to TPF or
Absolutely.
LFA or Combat
Absolutely.
Americanas or whatever.
Absolutely. Anthony, see, you just got a free consultation from a man right here. He's giving it to you free on the Fighters Voice KickA Podcast. No, you talked about the sponsors and some that are sponsoring you. What exactly do you need? So I mean, we'll let them know. We're trying to get some sponsorship now. What exactly are you looking for?
Honestly, I don't really need anything. Just whatever people want to give, I'm more than willing to. You know, whatever you want to help out with.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
mind it.
That's like the
When-
safest political answer.
No, that's bullshit. When's your weigh-in?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Next
No,
Wednesday.
Thursday.
Next Thursday, before the fight.
Mhm.
Next Thursday, the Fighters Voice KickA Podcast. After he weighs in, we're gonna buy him a fucking steak. Okay? So he weighs in there, the steak's on us.
There
Your
it
first
is.
meal after you weigh in. You got us, you look me up there,
Alright.
or you give me a call, I'll give you the credit card number, or we'll take care of you before then. You make sure you open up to me. Because if
Yes.
you don't, then I'll eat the steak.
Oh.
You weigh in, you make weight, got you with the steak.
feed them after.
but-
But like you
but-
were saying, when you
Steak
ask
tacos.
fighters that kind of question, it's like we look at the answer and think, oh, it's like a humble answer and stuff. The reality is sometimes they don't know what
Yeah,
they
exactly.
don't know what they want. And I always tell fighters, the easiest way is this. It's like with overhead with the business.
Yeah.
You've got rent,
Mhm.
you got a car payment,
Mhm.
you got PG&E, you got Comcast, you got phone, you got groceries.
Insurance.
You find a round number. That's what it costs me to live every month. So to train full-time and not have that income supplemented, I need X amount of dollars a month to pay for all this.
Yeah.
So that's where you can start narrowing down what you want from your sponsor. So when they say, well, what's this buy me? Well, it's gonna buy you this much space on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
So you build not just for the fight. It's hard, so many people just wanna get on board with that fight.
It's gonna free up finances to free up finances.
Yeah.
Normally, stuff that you would pay for yourself to continue to live and
Mhm.
survive, now you have the freedom of, you know deep down what you want and what you need. There's a difference between what you want and what you need. And in one sponsor, I really don't know the name of it, but we had Evan Solorio on the team. He's been
Mhm.
fighting,
Yeah.
I say on the team, because yeah, that's who we are, the Fighters Voice Knockout team. He's fighting the pet bulls on there, and he got a sponsor, and all his meal preps are sponsored. The chicken, the greens, the rice, all of them, they're all in place, and this guy just has trays.
And they just get delivered to him.
Yes, delivered. So they make sure during fight week, I mean, he's eating well and healthy, man, and that's a
And
good
that's like your
sponsorship.
food costs, like things like
Absolutely,
that. So
and good food costs, because it's expensive to eat really well.
dude, the perfect example, the perfect fucking example, this drives me nuts every time I see this. Corporate Americano, that's real cheap. 2 liter bottle of water,
Yeah.
$2.99. Salads, $10.
That's crazy.
Fucking Big Mac's $1.
Yeah, 99
A
cents.
soda, a 2 liter gallon of soda's 99 cents. Now granted, it only costs them probably 25 cents to manufacture that, so it's almost 4 times their profit on
Yeah.
it. But a salad costs more to make, I get it, it's healthier, it's a market. Fitness and the idea, this is fucking, the idea of being healthy
Yeah.
has become a new price tag market. The concept of just wanting to live healthy and eat healthy and be fit just because it's what's best for you
Yeah.
as a human fucking being,
Some people can't afford to.
it's been price tagged.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it's been price tag, and they give you the cheap shit. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. It's money. It's generous. I know
The
how it
bad
works.
stuff is cheaper and it's easier to get. Plain
Yeah,
and simple period.
it's just access of it
And
is easy.
let's not just stop at food either.
Well,
I
it's
mean, anything and everything.
it's more profitable to keep you fat, just like with
Yeah.
like AIDS. Like
AIDS.
AIDS, cancer, things like that. That they're like, here's a little bit of ability to live with it. We'll give you this.
And I
pill
trip
that's
out on
a-
that, and I don't mean to get involved. Do you ever wonder how celebrities get completely healed and cured from that?
I wonder.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
you can buy anything with the right amount of money, man. But the
Exactly.
thing is, you have to have enough money to buy it so that your one-time purchase
Yeah.
outweighs the money they're losing by fixing it.
Absolutely.
It's just
Absolutely.
cancer
Or
is
hooking
cash
you. Or hooking you. Doctors will hook your ass.
Dude, eventually, they're just gonna make pills that let you live with any cancer you have. But if you don't take the pills, the cancer will kick in. It's just all there is to it.
And speaking of that, man, I mean, anytime the Fighters Voice KickA Podcast can do anything for the Cancer Association or anything positive like that, and people do struggle with that, even substance abuse, you give us a call, you give us a holler. You know, we're not going to ask where, we're just going to say when. We'll be there just like a fighter, because that's what we like to do. Now, I want to talk about you. 6-0 as an amateur. And I've asked some of your other colleagues or teammates, so to speak, because you guys all have mutual respect for each other.
Yeah.
Any changes mentally or physically now that you're able to use elbows and knees as a pro? Does anything change from this fight camp, being from amateurs to this professional fight camp?
You just gotta step it up. You gotta step it up. You gotta put your mentality, your priorities. You gotta make sure you're above.
Make the mic your friend.
You gotta make them like above a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta make sure you're gonna go out there and you're hungry. You gotta make sure you go out there and you want it more than the other guy. Like why do I want him to take my paycheck? No.
Yeah.
It don't
That's
work
right.
that way.
That's right. It's for paper now.
I don't I'm trying to fight to get to the top.
Tell us how that conversation went. I know it was part of the tournament, which was brilliant. We had Richard Goodman on the show last week. It was brilliant how we put this strategy together with the tournament, and now the winners are going on the professional and turning pro there. The way he locked them in, so to speak, and that was brilliant. How did that phone call take place when he said, hey, you're going to turn pro now? Or I have you in this tournament, winners turning pro? Because you fought in different events, different
Yeah.
arenas, in different areas.
Mhm.
And tell us how Tachi Palace differs from anything else.
You can tell it's a lot more professional.
Absolutely.
It's a lot more.
And that's no knock against anybody else. They're just at a different level.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're actually fighting for something. You're fighting for a contract. You're fighting to get paid. You know what I mean? You're fighting to have that professional MMA record.
Materialization of what you've been kind of working for to this
Mhm.
point. You finally start to see stuff formulate. You see the kind of stage you're going to be on. You're like, okay, this is this is step one. This is really step one. That's the kind of motivation.
Is there ever a time when you're in that dressing room and you just look out a little bit and just look at the crowd and say, wow? When you're that focused, you don't even acknowledge them.
Honestly, the last time I didn't even get to look at the crowd. I just
Was that your first time fighting in the war?
first time fighting at Tachi.
Yeah. So it's all professional.
Mhm.
It was because of the amateur.
Yeah.
And I remember the fight was so brilliant, the fight was so close, that it was so competitive, it was so full of skill set. And I remember Richard Goodman says we're also offering Anthony Howard a professional contract.
Yeah.
I remember that. Dana White.
Mhm.
Any advice you want to offer this young man? Because he's about to just change his life
Like
and
I
walk
was
into the
telling
cage.
Chris and them yesterday, just remember that, yeah, you're excited about being in there and be ready, but remember, you've got more tools in the box.
Mhm.
You've got elbows you can throw, but they've got elbows you can throw. So a lot of your fights, you just got to make sure you're muscle memorizing that. It's because everything up until now has been like not a recklessness. It's not recklessness. It's not even fearlessness. It's just the guy's got a gun but no bullets.
Also safety net.
There's always been that safety net of they can't throw elbows, so I don't really have to worry about that. We can throw this.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about it. Now it's you get caught slipping with a weak jab, so I'm just going to take that and cut you really bad. So just make sure you really got that muscle memory down. Don't forget that mentality. But other than that, nothing's really going to be different than what he's done before. I mean, everyone's different. Like I used to go hang out with the crowd. Like just walk.
Oh, did you
around.
before
I
fights?
used to go walk out, hang out with the crowd, just because it's good for you. It's good to go meet your fans. It's good to go meet family and stuff. But it also helps you, I don't know, kind of gives you a sense of why you're out there.
Yeah.
You get to meet with the fans. Like they're the ones that came to watch. You can go out there, like, dude, you'd be surprised how impressed fans are when the fighters come out before the fights. Like granted, someone would be like, oh, you should be back there, but if you're far enough down the card, what are you gonna do? You gonna sit back there the whole time and do nothing?
Yeah.
Professionals have a time frame. Coach says, at this time, I need you back here changed, cupped up and ready, because we need to start getting you warmed up. Like, there's time for that.
Yeah.
Until then, dude, go, relax, try to get your head right.
I guess just find you what works for you.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be different.
Yeah.
Some don't even want to see the crowd, like a wedding day, they don't even want to see the crowd.
No.
They want to feel it when they walk out.
No. When you were in high school and you played sports, what sports? You did wrestling,
Wrestling.
I'm assuming. So what fighter did you watch, whether it was in the boxing ring or in the cage, that inspired you to say, you know what, I'm kind of digging what he's doing. I want to be a part of that. This guy kind of really opened my eyes to the sport.
I gotta say Roy Jones Jr. and then Chuck Liddell.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Chuck Liddell, man. We're still working on that one.
Yeah, I had a text on the other day. It's once it gets closer to November 24th, it'll be easier. Cause I'd almost be willing to bet that but if you noticed, you haven't really seen anything anywhere.
I've seen one picture. He looks shredded.
Yeah, well, dude, yeah, but the press conference we saw, where
Yeah.
Tito, you fucking failed, Tito. He tried to punk Chuck. That's all there is to it. He did it and it didn't work. Like I don't know what he was thinking on that. Like, did he think Chuck was gonna flinch? Like, come on, bro.
He tried it years ago.
Chuck was down.
And it didn't work then. It didn't work then. Like, I get the entertainment value. Like, he wants to psych everyone. But all that happened was people looked and went, really? Like,
Dude, what are you
what do you
doing?
think you were gonna do? Dude, you're not gonna scare Chuck, bro. You could pump a shotgun next to him and aim, and he's gonna go, you better get me with that whole shell. Like, he ain't gonna scare him, dude.
The Iceman.
Yeah. But that's just, but if you notice, there hasn't been any.
No.
There hasn't been a
really.
single interview. Like, they're keeping it real quiet. Like, they're keeping it real. Like, I don't even know what the whole card is here.
No.
And it's on the 24th.
There was some make-believe card.
There was just to kind
Most
of,
of that one right there.
they-
Just to get some reaction on
I'd be
it.
willing to bet that a couple
That
of
was
names
me.
on that might have just been
Scattered.
just to see who.
Because half of them were retired.
Yeah, but just to see like what names stood out. Like they're like, oh, dude, he's fighting. People are like, oh, okay, maybe he does. Maybe they do want him to fight.
Yeah.
Or people going, who cares? That guy's out, or he's on contract for this, so they know. But that was just to promote those two, because somebody heard about it and said, I'm gonna make this card, because they knew those two were already gonna
Yeah.
fight. They just wanna throw it out there, but the next couple of weeks, I imagine.
Something's in to give. And talking about giving, man, check this out, man. How much time do you have for yourself? I mean, because you sound like you got 2 jobs and then you're training. What do you do on your own personal time? Say, you know what, I got a moment. This is what I'm gonna do with that moment.
Usually just hang out with the family and friends.
Yeah.
That's a
Same
that's
as
a real personal question.
Yeah. Hang out with the family and friends, and then once it passes 12 o'clock, hey, I might be in that back room by myself.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? I might be back there.
Okay, man, we know where to find him. He's at Mad
Stinger.
Production Studio.
Stinger.
Studio.
I got 3 jobs.
Man, we do. See, we do everything here at this production studio. We'll take your picture, we'll make you a picture, you'll be part of the picture. Either way, get the picture. Mad
like-
Town Studios and Entertainment.
I imagine with all the work
Man.
and the training and stuff, you don't have much time for like gaming, social, things like that. Like you get to go out and hang out with your friends. Have you noticed as you start to get deeper into the sport that friends list is starting to get smaller and smaller?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say so. But usually a lot of people, they stick around, you know. I don't need to be like, oh, you need to talk to me every day to be my homie. Like, no.
Yeah.
Like if you still coming to the fights, you're still supporting.
How many are you expecting November 9th? Supporters, friends, family.
I'll see the correct answer is as many tickets as Richard gave me.
There you go, man.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, but you know what? And that's not a bad his I don't know answer.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Because the reality is, if he doesn't know, fine. Like there's things he should know. Like I know what time training is tomorrow. Like,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. What matters and what's important.
Yeah,
The other
the
stuff,
closer
yeah.
it starts getting, it's
Yeah.
like, dude, I want people to come and show, but I don't really show them. Like, I've had fights like that where it's like, well, like, if you're out of town, dude.
Yeah.
So how many people do you don't fucking know, dude, I'm out of town? Like,
Yeah, you care.
I've had interview
Care
guys
less.
at radio shows do that before, like in Colorado or
Yeah.
something, like, so how many fans do you think to show up for you? I'm like, no, dude, I'm fighting a local guy. I don't think anyone's
Yeah.
gonna show up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm surprised I'm not getting egged right now. What do you mean, who do I think's gonna show? Like, the promoter and the manager were with me, and they're like, we brought him on our own. I'm like, because you know to let me. So, it's focus, different focuses. Some guys care about who's showing up the week of, the day of, some don't. It's case to case.
You know, as you get closer to fight week, how does your life change, man? I mean, when do you start making that transition? Like right now, I need my space. Are you that type of person, or you become so focused you don't even talk to anybody, or are you still real very loose and comfortable before fights?
No, I still keep it the same. Just I get more and more anxious.
Yeah,
A
anxious.
lot more anxious. Like I'll think about it every
Like
single.
a kid waiting for Christmas.
Yeah, just think about it. Think about all the situations that could happen. Think about maybe I end up on the floor. Maybe he cracks me. Maybe I crack him. What am I gonna do? You
Yeah.
know, what's gonna come next? That's the main thing I think about.
Who does your team consist of? How many in your corner? I know you've got a lot backstage and you got a lot of followers, but talk to us about your team.
My team, they're a bunch of hogs, man.
Bunch of hogs,
A bunch
huh?
of hogs.
Bunch of
Yeah.
family members, huh?
Yeah, they,
I mean, family. I say family because your brother. You got,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got that little brotherhood going on.
hmm And then another thing too, I have my brother. He's also been a part of it too.
Okay,
So that's helped out a lot.
that's very close. Then.
Yeah.
What gym are you at?
Ralph's house gym
Or is that in town?
in Selma.
Okay, this is
So-
alright, so we're close.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How long you been there?
About I'm gonna say 4 years.
For all your fights then?
Except my first one. My first one I was at Dream Fight Shop. I
Okay.
started there, and then the gym closed down, and then so I had to find another gym. So I went to Ralph's because one of my boys was training out of there, and then that's when I met everybody, and then so now we pretty much all like keep in contact with
Mhm.
everybody.
So do you cross train
Mhm.
with other gyms?
Yeah, so it'll be Ralph's house, it'll be Dream Fight Shop, it'll be PFC. It's just all mainly just us three.
What's
Just,
PFC?
Parlier Fitness.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had a chance to do with like Elite at all?
No.
Tom Knox's camp and stuff like that?
Mm-mm.
Just think about it. I'm not trying to say like this fight, that'd be silly fitting this way,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
after this fight, like, because it just comes from the aspect of the more cross training, Dave Camarillo pushes a really heavy train with
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah.
everybody anytime, just because it's going to make you
What's your
better.
weight again? 125s?
125.
Yeah.
Lots of guys in that. More so for like when I say go over and check out Michael Martinez's and his elite team and Tom Knox and Doug Marshall's, those are for specific things. Like I would
Joe
say,
Soto's gym too.
Soto's, like
Check
I would
him out.
say go check out Mikey, but more for specific things like when you want to work on your grappling game,
Yeah.
when you want to work on just your Muay Thai. Like certain things I'd say,
Oh,
go
yeah.
see this team, go see this team. Like
What they specialize and
Exactly,
focus on.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so, and not from the aspect that like I don't think your team
Oh, no, yeah.
can totally. That's don't get me wrong, but it's just from the concept of you will only get as good as the iron sharpening you. And if you've started to excel past your training partners, you have to at one point start expanding
And challenge yourself.
Exactly. Not so much challenge yourself, but getting your experience with people better than you.
Yeah.
Like if you get to a point, a lot of fighters do it. They'll get to a point in their career where they just kind of stop getting their ass kicked at training. You need to branch out.
Yeah.
The first time you have a session where it's just like nobody anymore at your gym is giving you trouble.
Oh, it's time.
You gotta branch out.
Yeah.
So just keep that open mind. Like there's tons of gets Valley's full of them, and they're not the kind of guys that go, oh no, because your guy's gonna fight my guy or you fought my guy. It's when you want to come over.
Yeah.
Like we love it because it makes them better too.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see that logic too. Is it tough being a fighter sometimes when you're out and doing your own time and maybe you always got these boneheads that want to challenge you? You ever get challenged? Let's say, hey, you're a fighter. Let's see how bad you are. You ever get that?
Yeah, plenty of times.
So
Plenty of times.
do you welcome it or say, dude, you know what? We're just gonna pretend it happened.
I mean,
Keep it real. It's a podcast, baby. You can tell all here.
All right, check this out. Actually, last
I like it. He said, okay.
All right, check
Yeah.
this out. Last month, it was me, my pops, my brother, my Nina, my mom, and my sister.
Yeah.
We're all hanging out at a restaurant in Fresno. Well, here in Fresno.
Yeah.
And there's these three guys. They're kind of drunk. You can tell they're drinking. Yeah. And one of them was big. Well, all of them, they're some big dudes. And he kept on turning around, kept on staring at us. And I was getting really like irritated. And then there's a booth behind my dad, and his friend is sitting right there.
Yeah.
Goes right behind my dad, and my dad's watching him through the mirror, and I'm looking at the guy, and he's going like this to my dad, like just making hand motions, looking at him, and I'm just like, a full Corona bottle right here. If you fucking touch him, I'm gonna crack this with you, or I'm gonna crack you over there with this, straight up. So I was just watching him, and then my dad's laughing, cause he could see him.
Yeah.
And then some time passes on, he goes back with his other buddy, and my dad gets up, he's all, hey, I'm gonna go to the restroom, I'll be back, and then we're gonna take off. So, all right, for sure. Sure enough, when my dad takes off, the guys stand up, and they're walking, like, maybe this far away from us, they're walking out, and they all start staring, and it's me and my brother, right next to each other, sister, my mom, my Nina. And then they walk by, they're all fucking pussies. So I didn't get to say anything. My brother, he said, what the fuck you say? I stood up, and then the guy's all, what? And so I squared up. I just squared up.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on. And then the people, they got in the middle or whatever. And then the big guy, he looks at me, he has all kinds of rings right here.
Yeah.
He goes like this. And I was like, come on, bitch, let's do it. He pushes everybody out the way and swings at me. When he swings, I move, and I just took fight. Boom, boom, and started cracking him. And then my brother hits one of the other guys, knocks him out. Then I look to my left while I'm hitting this guy, and my mom is grabbing one of the guys and just taking flight on him.
Oh, damn.
Just chucking him, boom, boom.
Get down to the restroom.
Yeah.
Mom, get down.
Yeah, and then I see my sister and my Nina taking on that same guy.
Nina!
And then, all of a sudden, while I'm hitting this guy, I hear a loud just pop. And it was my dad. He grabbed the guy from the shirt and just Start hitting him.
I was gonna say, Dad's gotta come out of the bathroom going, okay guys, let's, what the fuck? Just comes walking out like expecting to leave. There's a fucking bar fight.
Well, Coach, he knew he could go take a piss because he knew Mom was gonna take care of it.
Yeah.
Nina.
Yes, dude, what do you mean? Your mom
Nina,
would do?
no.
I'm just take a piss, handle it, all this.
Nah, Nina goes, I got this. Started taking the earrings off, put the Huaraches off.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. Now, question. So, when was this? Don't give specific dates, just
Yes. It
Long
don't
time ago.
say the restaurant.
recently.
No. This is maybe about a month ago.
Okay, so
Kind of recently.
I know. So I got. So when I hear this stuff, it makes me ask the question this: were you getting paid for that?
No.
Okay. So, knowing that, you have to kind of force yourself to live in a different mindset.
Yeah.
Like, you think it's bad now. Wait till after you get seen fighting on TV. Wait till after you're on a pay-per-view. Wait till you're at some local fight. Like, you think it's bad now with random nobodies.
Mhm.
Wait till you are somebody. Wait till somebody recognizes you. But the problem is, dude, you gonna, like, what if he had caught you with that ring hand? Kiss this fucking fight goodbye. What if you caught him flush and broke your fucking hand? Kiss next fucking fight goodbye.
They put dude in a coma.
Yeah, you fought. Not because people go, oh, they're lethal weapons, this and that. That's a myth. That's urban myth. But the second a fucking DA or a judge finds out what you do for a living, even if it's a hobby, you know, you should have held yourself to a higher self-control. Like, this is what the judge will tell you. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you should have held yourself to a higher level of self-control. They do it to military people all the time.
Mhm.
Some fucking Army Ranger recon, like, what's that movie Con Air with
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage? That happened.
I love that movie.
Like, that happened, not the prison thing, but a ranger got into a bar fight defending himself outside against dudes with a knife or something, ended up killing one of them when he defended himself.
Yeah.
Dude ended up getting involuntary manslaughter, did like 5, I think. So, but what I'm saying is I've seen weird shit like that happen,
Mhm.
but I'm not so much worried about that as I am the rings catch you, then you break your hand on someone,
Mhm.
chip your elbow on someone. Like, it's just, you gotta start to force yourself into a mindset of this is business, these are business tools.
Yeah.
You wouldn't throw your fax machine out a window if you were
Oh, yeah.
a stockbroker. You need that fucking fax machine.
Mhm.
Somebody challenges you, man. I mean, outside of like, and I get that stuff when like you see somebody doing that. Like, you don't do that. Like, you don't. I get that 100%. But I mean, your brother's with you there. Go do this on you. I gotta fight my period.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta put yourself, or just swallow pride, let them be drunk. That's all there's to it. I mean, there's always that aspect. Like, I've had that happen at work.
Mhm.
Dudes get in my grill, drunk. No idea. And then like the next day, come back and be like, hey man, I didn't realize. Well, it's because somebody pulled them aside and said, dude, the security did you a favor right now. And they realized, they're like, dude, that would have destroyed you. The guy
Yeah.
would have literally destroyed you. But it didn't serve me any purpose.
Yeah.
And that's because all that happens is not guy tries to fight Cole, it's so-and-so employee beats up customer. Like, that's all, that's the
You
perspective.
get a million views though. UFC Vet kicks ass.
Yeah, you know, outside of
And he's
the
also
world
on the
star.
podcast,
But
a radio
perspective-
show.
So,
Mhm.
but the perspective is less of a risk. Perspective is more of my risk, and the job I have now. Yours is more of you're gonna destroy your tools. You're gonna cost yourself a fight. Like, unless you rolled through homie's pockets after you guys dropped them. Hey, those are street rules 101.
Hey, I want to thank my sponsor, the cat that I put to sleep. Thank
Yeah.
you for the
Dude, thanks for the
thank you.
thanks for the beats. You know, it's
Yeah.
like 'cause you pick a fight in the street and get KO'd. You better expect.
Thanks
to
for
get
the
your pockets
iPod.
in.
Mhm.
That's just the way it is.
You know what? He's not scolding you.
Oh no.
He's,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's advising you from
Yeah.
experience because your career is so young, it hasn't even launched yet.
Mhm.
And he's letting you know once you turn pro and once you're in the limelight, they're gonna come and test you, spit on you. You're gonna have dudes freaking hate you that don't even know you because their old ladies are freaking want to take you to that
Yeah.
room.
Because her old lady's moved, like she's watching you when she's
Yeah.
like, that's so cool. And it's like, what the fuck's he got that I don't? It's like, dude,
Yeah.
that you're gonna get mad because you looked
Yeah.
at Derek Jeter and go, Jared Jeter.
Dude,
Jared
I was
Jeter's
about
so
to
hot."
say that.
It's like, dude, he's a baseball player. He plays millions. She ain't gonna bang him, dude. Relax. Like, but if I can bang your girlfriend while I was fighting back then you dropped the ball. Like, you know what?
Cole did a lot of banging back then. He banged some heads, then he He banged around.
Well, the concept of saying
The
is
bang train. The bang train.
That sounds like something way too
That's
trademark.
That's
that I
always
don't even
headline
fuck-
back
The
there.
bang
Was
train.
that headline back there?
Don't tell me.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Don't
called.
tell people.
Yeah, chitty chitty bang bang.
Chit,
But
chit,
just
chit,
the
chit.
The bangster.
Could you imagine cracking some smart mouth dude in a bar and breaking your hand and realizing I just fucked myself out of a
Yeah.
10 grand fight?
Exactly.
Like, it's so
Exactly.
just so that nightmare scenario, especially if it's your income, like if it's your income.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I actually a not so smart move was our pound for pound welterweight champion of the world, and he took a crack at Jose Benavidez, and if it wasn't for that Matrix type style, the fight would have never happened.
Yeah.
And you would have saw a knockout at the weigh-in.
Yeah.
And the dude would have been fined, been cracked, and he would have lost all of his endorsements, all his sponsorships, and he's actually at this time the spokesman for Top Rank Boxing. He's Bob Arum's kind of to-go guy, which he even compared him to Sugar Ray Leonard, and that's money.
Yeah. Hey,
And that's
you know
money.
what's funny?
He was inches away, my
But I
man.
bet you him and Aram had a very private,
absolutely.
very private
You
talk about don't you ever be a dumb fuck like that.
Yeah.
And you just risked.
Do you like the house you're living in right now?
Yeah.
Do you like the Porsche you're driving?
Right?
Yes, exactly.
All that shit is there because I created that
Yes.
opportunity for you to earn it, like with his skill set. But Bob Arum opens those doors.
Yeah,
So to do stuff like that, like take a swing, dude, you could have just cost Arum millions of dollars. Like
yeah.
that's risky, dude. That's like boxing and MMA. That stuff happens all the time. Like with the McGregor thing,
Yeah.
it all boils down to money and stuff. But even then, like John Jones has done it. He took a swing at Cormier. It's like, dude.
Yeah,
What
threw a
if
shoe
you
out.
broke your fucking hand on Cormier at that press conference? Or he
Never happened.
rolled his ankle for him.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking fights off. Like,
Exactly.
I get, dude, I've been in some. I've shoved guys. I shoved Mikey. I've gotten in people's faces and stuff. But when you look back on it, you think, dude, that was stupid. Like, if I shove a guy and he takes a swing on me and we all get into it right then and there, that whole fucking fight's off. That whole fucking fight's off. Like, especially if someone gets cut, dude, that fight's off.
Oh, absolutely.
You can scrap him, maybe.
And you'll probably be sued.
Yeah,
For a cut.
because there's cost now.
Your own promotion will sue you.
Yeah,
Because you jeopardize the freaking car.
You could have just jeopardized their entire car. People go, well, that fight's off. It happened at weigh-ins.
You're an
I want
asset.
my money back. I want my money back for the ticket. That fight was not a subject to change type atmosphere. That was something you allowed to happen.
But there's a moral to the story, but I want to get back in there. So was Mom really kicking his ass or what?
Dude, right?
Oh no, she was. She was, and then that's when, like I said, I heard that loud pop, and I saw my dad just had the guy by the shirt and just taking off on him, just boom.
Oh!
And speaking of a broken hand, he broke his hand on the guy's face.
See?
Yeah. Knuckle and bone.
See?
Yeah.
And it just takes one punch.
Mhm.
One punch, that's it. Hands bone.
How did Pia do? Was she scratching or was she throwing?
Oh well, when my dad dropped the guy was like fell on his all fours, and like tried to hold himself up, and she came around and just.
Can you
Is
imagine?
this in
He
Selma?
said, who are
No,
you
this is
guys?
here in Fresno.
I know, but you're
Don't
from
say
Selma?
No, I'm from London. Well, my family's from London.
London,
California.
yeah.
New London.
New London. Okay. That's what, LA?
No, it's actually maybe like 5 miles away from Dainuba.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said London. I was like, damn, dude, you pedal jump.
Oh
I like
yeah.
it.
Come from the
No,
UK.
but could you only imagine, could you imagine being those poor bastards?
Yeah.
Talking shit and then getting fucked up by a whole family at a restaurant.
Yeah,
first
by
off.
a
Like,
mom and an aunt.
you gotta be scratching
My
your head.
Ninja
You're like,
Turtle.
dude, did you get fucked up by an old lady? Like, how do you tell that story?
Did you take my money?
Yeah, like, how do you tell that story to your boys? What happened to your face? Nothing. Like,
Oh, Nina.
dude, start budging and go, hey, tell them what happened. Maybe tell them what happened. Tell them how that only fucked your face up. Dude, like, how do you tell somebody that story?
And
dude?
lost the rent money.
And then
Well,
dad walking out of the bathroom, because you know, at first he's just expecting to see everybody like up and walking out or
Yeah.
waiting outside. No, he walks out and it's just full on fucking brawl.
No, he doesn't see the family, so he goes there and says, "No, I'm loading up."
Dude, yeah. Like, you know, the first thing he saw was,
Oh, hell
nope, that's
no.
it, here I come. Like, not even a, hey, stop. It's just, at that point, that's done.
Pops had a
That's
running
done.
start too.
Oh
Just
yeah.
came there and just
He
laid
came
it
in
on.
full force. Came in full force. And once I heard that, looked to my left, I saw that it was them.
That's
Boom,
it.
boom, boom,
it's
boom.
it's all over.
Good
at
thing
that
no
point.
PD was there.
Oh no PD was.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing too.
Then you'd be getting a hold of our new sponsor that we'll be announcing next week, and he'd come represent you guys, man. Because you gotta be real
I
careful
thought
with
you were
that.
saying like a
man.
bail bondsman at first.
Oh man, no, no bail bond.
But there's like,
Oh,
but
hey,
there's
we'll
so
take a bail
many,
bond.
but there's so many things that come from that. Like the Diaz brothers, they don't give a shit.
Oh no,
They don't give a shit.
they could be in a
can-
tuxedo, get ready to be in a wedding, and they start dropping hands.
But they're like the exception to this rule. I don't know how they get away with it. No, everything they've done And don't get me wrong, none of it
They're all on
is.
steroids, man.
No. Like
No, that's what Nate said.
They're all on
everybody's
steroids.
on
majority of them are,
steroids.
dude. And it's not that it's steroids. You
Oh shoot! I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, go.
Habib and GSP.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, see.
Okay, wait. Finish the story though. But that just popped up.
Okay.
You said.
Yeah.
'Cause He said. You know what? He said they're both on steroids.
Yeah, so
He said it again.
I don't really necessarily know if I would agree to the concept of the word steroids. I wouldn't necessarily throw that out there, but
They're all
and
on Tylenol.
I take this 100%. I've never used roids, never used testosterone, never
To
used
your
test.
knowledge.
of what he's trying to say they are. Like I've never used testosterone therapy. I've never used HGH. I've never used anything. Like it's not that I didn't want to because of the benefits. I didn't ever want to do it and be so impressed by the benefits that it became a handicap that when I didn't have it anymore. And I never needed it. I never felt like I needed it. It's like if I can't beat you up on my own, I can't beat you up. Sticking a needle in my arm or my ass ain't gonna change that. Like it ain't gonna change that. So for that
Make you
concept
angry.
of everybody's on that stuff, I get what they're saying, but they're like an exception that's rare to the case. I go out to some fight and pull some fucking stuff like that, I'm probably not getting away with it. The Diaz brothers are just blessed. Like everyone kind of expects that from them by now.
Well, I mean, literally, they should get some kind of royalties because they made weed legal in their block before it was legalized.
Those
They
guys-
said on our block it's legal. Even the cops went out
Stop,
to Diaz brothers. Leave them alone.
Those guys should be paid so well. Like
Yeah, they should.
I'm not saying they're not. I don't know what they're paid. They could actually be paid better.
And Nick does
I
marathons.
know.
I mean, he freaking swims like the Alcatraz. I mean, freaking shark invested water,
Dude,
and then gets
they're-
on his bike.
They're the perfect example of always doing something. Those guys
Yeah.
are always doing something. They're either helping other boxers get ready,
Yeah.
other fighters, they have a triathlon coming up, just all that stuff. So,
They got the best sound bites, man. They do, especially Nick.
dude,
There was something at a press conference. That's what I said.
yeah,
Yeah, so
You're like,
clean,
I remember
man.
you said this. He goes, I fucking said it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to repeat it. You got it on tape, right? Like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, I'm not gonna repeat it. Good chances are, though, he probably doesn't remember what it was.
What
he
he say?
said.
This is all a setup, man.
No,
Remember he
dude.
said, this is all a setup. That's what he said.
I trust.
That's what I say.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
goes, what you mean when you said this about this fighter? And he goes, that's what I meant.
That's what I meant. What I said is what I meant. You
Yeah.
got it, right?
Yeah.
Do I speak English? Yeah. Those guys,
They don't care, man.
they're
They
the
don't care.
perfect. They're in the perfect position, though.
This is the perfect show for them.
Oh God.
The Fighter's Voice KickA Podcast is the most. This is almost written. You know, when we put this together, I was actually thinking about it. I'm serious. When I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the playground, the
The
pickle
open
playground.
leash,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
But Khabib and Connor, or Khabib and GSP, I'm
Yes.
most impressed. Yeah, they
Out
got
of catch weight.
a
Weight 160.
165 or
No,
something.
160. Because it's 155. That was his bout.
Yeah.
160. Well,
GSP fights at 169.
no, he moved. Well, he moved up. Remember, he moved up and knocked out a dude with a left hook. Gosh dang. Bisbee.
Yeah.
Bisbee. Oh my gosh, dude.
Circus
Fox. I like Bisbee. Get him off the freaking show. He's not even. Hey, you know
why they do it,
No,
right?
no. Yes. So I can say that.
No, they have to. They owe contract.
Bro.
They have to. You really think that after
He was
this
getting
long-
underneath the. He almost got his ass kicked on the set. Dude was getting like irritated. Like, dude. Do you want the microphone and the whole set? It's
Yeah.
just you by yourself.
It's the Bisbee
because you don't
hour.
know when to shut the fuck up, bro.
The Bisbee hour.
Did you watch it?
God. Yeah, I think I saw him.
You know what? Hey, dude, I swear to God, please somebody do this. Please, fucking please. The next time, like, another UFC fighter's on that show, and he just starts talking, be like, hey, you shut the fuck up, I'm gonna call Henderson over here, shut you up.
There you go.
Dude,
Oh, wow.
that would be fucking awesome
Yeah.
to see somebody just hand no bomb. Just be like, dude, I'm gonna call
He'd
Henderson.
get pissed off.
He would.
wanna
He'd be like,
fight.
I'm
lose it.
fucking done with this interview. I'm fucking, you disrespectful cunt. He'd be like, dude, shut up, dude, shut up.
Yeah, he's bad.
He does it to everybody else, and the second anybody else does it back to him, or discourages the fact that it's not his show.
And his manager and agent saying, you're doing a great job, keep it going.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's
He's
just
irritating, man.
He's not as entertaining as his cohorts would lead him to believe he is based on his antics.
No. Yeah, exactly.
I think he actually is good for the show in regards of if he did it differently. Like if
Yeah,
he gave
he is.
professional analysis, concept,
But he
breakdown.
can.
But he mucks it all up with the whole, I did this, I did that.
And not giving credit.
Yeah, not just, it's just what Bisbee would do. It's not the what Bisbee would do show. Just break it down so you're casual thinking.
Well, sometimes you gotta be careful what you ask for. He's been begging and begging and begging for that GSP fight, and freaking left hook in the second round is all she wrote. And that's a shout out.
That was probably an attempt at the money, at a money fight.
Well, of course, yeah, it was, but at least, you know.
But Khabib and GSP, I would much rather see that
I want. That's a great
than
matchup.
that Mayweather.
Well,
thing.
oh, yes, that was just, yeah.
But to have this rumored out now, I saw the poster.
Yeah.
But there is not a lot of information on that poster.
Well, listen,
It's more of a
GSP
rumor.
wins. Who do you think he's fighting next? You know damn well who he's fighting next. You know he is.
Who he should fight and who the money
He
says
wins,
should
he'll fight Conor McGregor.
No.
Yes, yes.
At what weight?
Yes. I don't know. McGregor moved all the way up to 170 one time. You gotta remember that. So I would say 160.
When did McGregor go to 170? That second Diaz fight was
No, both of them. No, the first one was at one. Listen,
Were they both?
yes, the first one was at 170. And
Oh,
was
that's
just,
right. He had
yes.
such a hard time moving around with the weight.
He can, yeah, not
That's
only
right.
that, and
Yeah,
he just
slow.
didn't touch him. And on the second fight, those were knockout blows. He was just dropping Diaz. He was
Yeah,
not
but
fighting.
he
Yeah,
looked like he was carrying the weight way better on that one.
yeah.
I think.
I like Conor. That's a dream match.
Fun. I think Conor made it fun and worth watching, but I don't
GSP
think
would
he
take
beats
him down.
GSP.
Fuck no, he's not. GSP takes everybody down.
But Conor wouldn't try to take him there. Conor would try to bang with him.
No, GSP's gonna take his ass down. GSP's not gonna bang with him. He'll go to sleep.
I think Conor would just. I think GSP
Go
would
me.
try to do it just to do it.
Yeah. Well,
Just to be
remember
like,
Matt Serra?
I am not impressed with y'all
Yeah.
stand up.
Well, he wasn't impressed with Matt
That's what he
Serra.
says everything. Every time he sees
He
the
wasn't
fight.
impressed with Matt Serra either.
Yeah, I am not impressed with your antics. That's what he would say. I could just see the
I
press
watched it
conference.
and I was not impressed.
Yeah, I have watched it. I was unimpressed with your ability. I feel like in
I am dark in my head.
Dude, that boy parties.
No, that one interview was kind of scary. He goes, I am dark sometimes.
Dude,
No, you're dark all the
I
time,
heard some
homie.
story about GSP way back in the tough days.
That's Captain America,
Way
man.
back in the tough days. Yeah, dude, when he was on 2 times.
Who's your favorite superhero, man? He said
I got it.
GSP.
I gotta go with the.
No, you know what? I'm gonna be careful with my choice of words. This motherfucker wants to square up on people, throw bombs at them.
Shit, right?
And see, here's the thing, Cole. You're just not gonna get your ass kicked by Anthony. His dad's gonna come. His aunt's
Right?
gonna come and kick you in the balls. His mom's gonna beat the shit out of you, and his brother's gonna steal your money.
It's a family affair.
It
bro.
is.
I'm just saying, dude. Afterwards, those guys want to feel.
Oh,
It's
man.
stupid, dude.
Nah.
Fucking stupid.
By one fight
Oh no,
off.
I didn't even get to tell you guys when they came out, because after I was done with this guy, I ran out to the front and then jumped over the fence because my dad was in the.
You pulled a fucking Habib.
Yeah.
Damn. There you go. Yeah, jumped over the fence.
Jumped over the fence and I saw my dad just on top of the guy, whatever, and then they split him up. Then the guy that I was fighting, and then the guy that my dad was fighting, that guy got up, and then the other guy came out the back door at the same time, so it kind of looked like, you know,
They
like
were-
like something weird. But the guy that my dad was fighting, he got up like this, and then the guy that I was fighting, he came out, and he had 2 big ass fucking horns growing out of his forehead.
Yeah.
I was like,
Nah.
Diablo!
you guys are done.
Yeah.
Stop.
Done.
Exactly. It's not fun anymore.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's bad. It's a bad dude to roll around. It's a bad
It was-
dude.
it was-
Where's the sticker? You'd feel that. Just getting beat up like that.
That's not cool.
By Nina.
Dude, something, right? Just getting whooped on.
You gotta go
By
home
somebody
like
that
that,
was
man.
not there, that you didn't expect to be there.
No, that's not. That's. Yeah.
But I don't think that could be GSP thing.
You don't think so?
Will come to light now. I don't only because I don't think there's enough money for GSP. I think they'd offer him that fight. He would be like, how many zeros are we talking? No, seriously. Like, how many zeros? There's 6 zeros. No,
Yeah.
then I'm not interested. Like, cause it's a risky
Yeah.
fight. That's a risky fight. Can Khabib beat him? Possibly. I don't think so. Does GSP think he'll beat him? Of course not. It's a fight he wouldn't take unless he thought he could win. But that's the difference between GSP and other fighters sometimes. Not only does he decide on
You don't
whether or
think
not
he tries to
thinks
challenge
win.
himself?
Exactly. Is I think I can beat you, but I actually think there's a chance I could lose. Yeah, I'll take that fight. It's like the Super Saiyan thought process. Like, I could die. Yeah, I want that fight. Like,
Why do you think he retired the first time? There was a mystery to that. There was even some question his manhood, his sexuality, and some even question he wanted to that whatever substance was in him to kind of channel out. Who walks away like that?
We could speculate all day what we thought,
Okay.
but I don't think it's got anything to do with the sexuality. I think
No,
it
I'm
was
just
more,
there. People just spraying stupid
I think it would
shit.
be more of a concept of I think George just wanted a little more life for George. I think at some point he looked back and thought, man, when's the last time I did anything for myself? You know what I mean? Like everything he did was for fighting. So to step back and actually see, well, what do I want to do with myself?
Yeah.
I want to take some time off and live.
Because she was the cash cow for a little while.
Could have been substance abuse. I mean, maybe he had a problem and realized it and said, I need to step away in order to
Well, the Diaz brothers claimed that he was on juice.
Dude's pretty fit, man. And he's kind of up
Oh,
there.
he's shredded, bro.
I mean, I'm not saying he would, so don't put me on record saying he would, but I wouldn't.
You're on
put,
record.
HGH, therapone, testosterone replacement therapy to increase your muscle mass and get your body healthy again takes a little time. It takes some time away and focusing.
He pulled, gosh dang it, no, not Matt Hughes, a Dominic Cruz. He was on the shelf, came back with no rust.
Well, yeah, because GSP is not the kind of guy that walks away and just stops doing
Yeah.
stuff. Like, he was still training, I imagine, and all
Yeah.
that stuff, but he just wanted away from, because here's the thing, at some point he went from being George St. Pierre to GSP.
That makes sense.
And the UFC and himself, his ability in the UFC got him there. So he went from George St. Pierre at one point to GSP. And I think somewhere in between going from George St. to just GSP, I think he feels he might have lost some of himself. Guys like Chuck and Randy, when they finally walk away from the sport that's pretty much consumed their life for much of their adulthood, like, how are you different? They just never end.
How do they make that adjustment?
I don't think it's an adjustment. I think they just, it kind of accept it. Like when a loved one dies or something, you just kind of
Chuck didn't accept it. He's in a pay-per-view headlining.
I don't think it's a matter of that. I think somebody, how many zeros, I think it was something like that. It was, he's got a fight in him still, maybe one or two.
Hey,
Good time.
but he's not just going through the motions. He's shredded. He's putting in some work.
Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing. This isn't a fight where Chuck's
I
gonna
want to
just
know how much money
half-ass
he's
it.
getting. I want to know how much money he's getting.
Enough to get his ass in shape like that.
Exactly, because Oscar's pulling something different here.
Enough to get him in shape
Older
like that.
boy.
Like, Chuck wouldn't have put that much effort into getting as prepared as he is. I mean, A, he's doing it because he wants to beat the shit out of Tito, first off.
Okay.
But the motivation in order to get that ready.
I want to talk to you about this, and when I say this, please don't get upset. There's odds in Vegas that fucking Tito pulls out. Again.
Of what, Jenna?
No, pull out. Oh, shit. Oh, wow.
Pulls out of the fight?
Yes.
I don't know if I would say he pulls out of the fight because
There's odds in Vegas.
there may be odds in Vegas, but there's just, those are prop odds.
I started thinking about that, but I actually think Tito probably thinks, you know what? I'll finally get his ass.
No,
You don't think Tito thinks that?
no.
You don't
I
think Tito will
guarantee
get
what
shot?
fucking Tito's thinking. I guarantee you what Tito's thinking. All that Tito's thinking.
I don't want to get knocked out.
How many fucking zeros am I gonna get on this?
Yeah.
He don't give a fuck.
Because he was done with chael, and he has back problems.
He's, dude, somebody made a phone call
Oh,
and said,
man.
hey, Tito.
Only on the Fighter's Voice KickA Podcast.
I'm just telling you, this isn't like I mean, I'm sure he thinks he can beat Chuck. Don't get me wrong. He wouldn't take that fight unless he thought, I can beat that fucking old man. Like, that's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
He's younger. He's thinking, I still got time.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't have even agreed to the humorization of this idea unless there was a fucking butler.
That's why I said, I want to know how much money he's getting.
I want to know, in order to answer your Vegas props question,
Yeah.
is there a stipulated, has he already been paid something? Was there already a guaranteed amount? Show up to that fucking press conference and make a show, and we guarantee you 250 grand.
Exactly.
Or something. Like, there has to be a guaranteed stipulation.
That has to be refundable if you pull out.
Yeah, something in that neighborhood is like, if there's no...
He's going in that fight with a freaking injury. He ain't pulling out. Like
Maybe.
most fighters, they get paid or not, they're going to
Here's the
compete,
thing,
man.
if he doesn't go through with the fight,
Yeah.
granted, he won't
It's not gonna happen.
give a shit if he ever hears about it, but the thing is though, nobody will ever let him hear the end of it.
No.
Like, remember that chance you had to beat Chuck and you pulled out? Remember that? And he'll never get another shot. Nobody will ever, I guess, I take that back, somebody will eventually offer another fucking fight, it's a circus. But
It is.
for him to pull out would leave, I'd rather see him as a fan go in and get the shit kicked out of him than to pull out.
Yeah.
Just because, dude, I'd see the fight, I'll watch it, I'll give a shit, I'll watch it, but to make this much of a thing about it and then pull out,
Yeah.
somebody better fucking die. Like, what reason would you have to pull out of this monumental of a fight at that point? Do you stand to lose so much?
Exactly, and it's a brand new promotion, and you could be the one caravanning it. You could be the one that says, you know what, I was the very first fight of the Oscar De La Hoya Gold.
Yeah, we were the main event of the inaugural Golden
We
Boy
started
Coalition.
this.
Exactly.
We started this.
Whatever Oscar was
started
going to
this
start,
game.
we were there for it.
Yes,
We were at the
exactly.
beginning.
So that's a lot to think about.
I mean, you better, I don't know, from the whole concept what Oscar's doing with this, he better start buying up some fighters fast. I don't know who's for sale.
You know what?
Think about it, who's for sale that he can
Oh,
actually
he's
buy
doing
up?
it. Well, Oscar has bank too, though.
Okay, great. God, more God than money, right? Or more money than God, right? Let's assume that, right? More money than
Well,
God.
he thinks.
So let's assume,
Okay.
let's agree with him. Let's say he does. All the money in the world, right? Who the fuck's he gonna buy?
Not much left here, man.
Like, that's the
He's
real
gonna put
question.
Carnelo in the cage.
But that's the real question, is who's he gonna buy that will draw viewership? The only reason he was able to get his hands on Chuck and Tito is because their contracts are probably expired.
Yeah.
They've lived out the statutes of their contracts.
And he probably did his homework, said his unfinished business here, and I can sell this fight. Because he's a promoter, man.
Yeah.
He now wears a different hat.
He does. But I would be asking that question. Of all the questions of why are you doing this, why are you doing that? My question would be like, who the fuck are you gonna buy with all that money? What MMA power fighters are you gonna draw?
I also want to know who's on the undercard. That's
That's probably, without kicking sand in anyone's face, probably a bunch of fucking people we never heard about. Until I can actually see a card and see who's, because I asked that question, who's not contracted? Who can he actually buy that doesn't already have an existing contract?
exactly. He can't borrow nobody.
He can't. I mean,
Japan.
shit as it says it. I mean, there's Japan, but who's not under contract?
Who's
I tell you,
out there right
Japan's a different beast.
This
You
guy-
can't go to Japan and buy people. Like that whole thing with
Right.
DJ and stuff, that was 100% because of Matt Hume's existence. Fucking 100%. If Matt Hume didn't exist,
now? Crazy.
that would not have happened.
Wow.
That
man.
trade wouldn't have happened. There's so much money over there that he's about. And you can't just steal fighters from over there. There's a reason. They don't give their guys away.
That's a grudge match. And even though you're a young career, is there somebody out there, man, that you would say, man, you know what, I got something for this with him, or, I wouldn't mind rolling with this guy. Now's a chance, man. I'm right here. We can make some money right here, man. We can hype it up and let them know, you're on your way to your career, and you will see that person. But you made it here on the Fighters Voice KickA Podcast. There has to be someone that either got underneath your skin, rubbed you the wrong way, or you just looked at that man and said, you know what, I can beat this
Yeah,
guy.
because it's one thing when people are put in the spot to talk shit about someone. It's another when you give them the opportunity to go, I just don't like you. And if they're gonna pay me to fucking beat your face in, I'd like to have that fight. Like there's been a couple fights I've seen you.
Because now you're gonna get paid.
Like this
Yeah,
fight with
that's
Chuck, the Chuck and Tito fight. They came to Chuck and said, how many zeros do I get to fucking punch Tito in the face for? Fuck you.
Yeah. That's him. That's him.
And that's the best thing with
That's him,
grudge matches. It's
100%.
like, dude, I just don't like you. If I can get a promoter to pay us to beat each other up, I'll fuck you up. You
Delaware.
get paid for it.
Yeah, Delaware, he's in that mix right now. And he's a hot commodity as a promoter because he has
I think
a cash cow.
I think De La Hoya's gonna have a really fucking expensive lesson in promoting.
I think he is too. I don't think it's all, sunshine and rainbow like Rocky Balboa
Unless he's got
says.
some super card that nobody knows about where he bought out part of other fighters' contracts for exclusive use of one time or something. That's the only thing I think of.
And you don't take this big old main event for one card, for one name.
No.
Who's yours, man?
Who do you want to beat up? Like, who in your time has really, like, at a weigh-in, I've had dudes at meetings where you just feel like looking over your shoulder and going, dude, shut the fuck up, dude. But then later in life, you're like, yeah, dude, I'll take that fight. So
Hell
there's
yeah.
had to be somebody that's rubbed you the wrong way, some guy who just was
Anybody call you
talking
out?
shit.
No, not that I know of. I mean, there's been one guy. It was actually when I was walking into at Chris's Tachi fight,
Okay.
and he fought that same card, and he is a 125er.
Yeah.
He ended up being a 125er. I don't even know the guy's name,
Yeah.
but I was walking, and I was walking up the escalators,
Yeah.
and he's turning around and he's mugging me. I feel somebody mugging me, and I'm looking at him, and then I turn around. What's up? Like, fuck you staring at,
So
bro?
that's the best thing, dude, is when
When
you
you
go to
feel
other
it?
fights,
Yeah.
there's other dudes in your weight class rolling around at fights, like big ones.
Yeah.
It's the best time, dude.
Yeah.
Dude above or below your weight class, what's up?
Yeah. It's not if, it's when.
This isn't like you're some big heavyweight dude just mugging like whatever, dude, talk shit. Some dude in my weight classes
Yeah.
back then, or even bigger guys, it's like, fuck, what are you gonna do? We're here, dude. What do you want to do? The promoters will set it up for us. Like that's the
We'll make
beauty
it
of those weight
happen.
classes.
We'll make it happen.
That's
Yeah,
the chance.
We'll make it happen.
And that's kind of part of the aspect is you should take. And it sounds funny, dude. It sounds so funny. When you get guys like that talk shit and stuff that are in weight class and stuff, just walk up to them and be like, hey, you want to fight? Okay, give me some contact info.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make
Seriously,
it happen.
What's your manager's number, dude? Like, if you want to scrap, if you got a problem, you want to scrap, let's do it. But let's get fucking paid for it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
that should just be the way it is. Like, you guys want to talk shit and dude, fine. Kids do that on the playground. But if you really don't like another fight,
People do that on radio shows.
yeah. Just tell us who you don't want to fight. Do we have contacts with promoters? We'll be like, dude, we had this guy at this class and this guy at this weight class, and you just show them the videos. There's one of your fights.
There's your matchup right there.
There's your matchup right there. There's your soundbite. Like,
Yeah.
it's the days of just like talking shit at venues and stuff and having people separate you and stuff. What's the point?
Still gonna fight.
You want to fight? Give me your manager's info. You don't got one? Give me yours. I'll give it to the promoter. We'll set this up.
Yeah.
It's that easy. Like, done.
So who's your manager? Do you have a manager yet?
I'd say my pops. My pops is the one that.
Well, he's advising you, looking out for you right now, right?
Yeah.
Well, right on, man. Right
I'd
on.
say him.
Now, when you book fights, are you contacting promoters or are promoters contacting you?
Promoters are contacting me.
Good.
Yeah.
Keep it that way.
Yeah.
You're in a good position. You have no manager.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So you don't have a manager you have to pay. You have a manager who literally his only interest in what dollar value he can get for you is for your best interest, because Pops doesn't even expect a cut.
Yeah.
So anything he negotiates is with the mindset of how do I make me the most money, not how do I get myself a cut and then get him paid. It's how do I make the most money from this negotiation. How do I argue this on his best behalf? So you don't have to pay anyone. And if the promoters are coming in, you don't need a fight manager. I've said this for so long. Like, early in your career, it's hard. You really got to grind and hustle, but I never had a fight manager. Never. The only time I ever had a manager was for sponsors when I hit the UFC. And that was it. And it's all he handled was the sponsors and the one-time negotiation. And he did a really good job. Don't get me wrong, but it was a one-time negotiation.
And the phone call you got, Cole, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah, and they called me.
Yeah.
He's out of the window. All he negotiated was the first contract of 3 fights. This is the ladder scale I got. You
Yeah.
win, it goes up, and it goes up, and then that's what we negotiate. After that, he just handled sponsor negotiations. So you don't really need one. Now you do need a guy to give you the right connection, to give you advice. But if you're already getting phone calls from promoters and you're doing your job, Sean Shelby's and the guys like that, the Joe Silva, they'll call you.
Mm.
Like if you're making statements in your fights and finishing fools like first rounds and stuff, and just giving good interviews and being progressive and being well spoken and articulate and stuff, but knowing the direction you're going,
Yeah.
dude, it's easy, man. You just gotta win fights. That's the catch.
Dude's a
Yeah.
fire plug, man.
Yeah.
Have you never seen a fight?
Hmm.
Yeah, dude's a fire plug, man.
Good.
But he's
Without-
just full of energy.
Not having that manager is a good start, because
Yeah.
you can negotiate your own stuff, and you've got people that care about you, not just the money they can make you for the drugs.
Bro, we have the same here. We need to be bringing fighters on it because this shit's for free. You go to Hollywood, or you go down south somewhere, you're paying for this shit. This stuff right here, you sit down, you get a consultation, an advisor, boom. I'll be getting 20% later on because I'm gonna go push this in. But I told him
The
that
hours are from Tuesday from 6 to 7.
I told him when we were back at a different station and that we left that station. I told him that was gonna happen. Listen, November 9th. Get your freaking ticket at Tachi Palace. Because the last time we talked to Richard Goodman, he only had 30. I just got off the phone with him right now. He only has 1. Don't play. Listen, they're going like hotcakes. They really are. And you know what? He usually gives us like 8 to give out. He's Rich. I heard that before. He goes, they're going freaking fast.
They're
Get
hot,
your
dude.
Get your ticket, man. Tachi Palace. Catch my man right here. Anthony Aguilar. Catch the Pet Bull. Catch the Avalos brothers. And most of all, catch Tachi Palace Fights. Richard Goodman. Awesome matchmaker. There's never a dull moment. The Fighter's Voice will be on location. Myself, the rest of the team will be there, kicking everybody's ass, taking names because we're knocking out the competition. Appreciate your time. Enough said. Take us away with a shout out to one of your homies, man.
All right. I want to say thank you to all my friends, family, and sponsors, and thank you to the Fighter's Voice for having me out here. Thank you.
Cole, is there any more on the train?
Just a couple more for those of you guys that want to get some active stuff on the stuff that's not UFC. You know, if there's
Yeah.
other fights.
Yeah.
There is UFC this weekend. Don't forget next weekend, Tachi Palace Fights, guys. And then also next Friday we've got LFA, Legacy Fighting Alliance 53. That's a Perez versus Kennedy card. We've also got Ultimate Fight Night that same night. That's going to be Frankie Edgar versus the Korean Zombie. That's actually a decent fight.
That's
So-
a bad shirt too.
so
The
yeah.
Korean Zombie.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
So that's going to be next Saturday on the 10th. That'll be the
Wow.
UFC Fight Night card. And then Dragon House. We've been doing some coverage on those guys. They got Dragon House 30 coming up next Saturday on the 10th. That's an up north organization. So for those of you who lives in the Bay Area, Dragon House is another organization that's been doing some stuff.
You know, it's always a pleasure, Ryan. Remember, do not drink and drive. And as always, te quiero mucho, Richie. I love you with all my heart, son. It's a wrap. Thumbs up for Richie.
Okay, fight fans, it's not goodbye, but until next week.
Remember.
It's always voiceography at its finest. So on behalf of Richard Ortiz, Cole Escovedo, the special guests, and all the crew right here at the KickA Podcast, saying hasta luego, babies. And always, thanks for listening.